Hello and welcome all. I'm sure there are many students who want to study in New Zealand. However, one of the major concerns when it comes to planning for any study abroad destination, the main requirement is the fund and how you arrange it. Many a times students may not have all the available funds with them. So in this case, they take an education loan. And taking an education loan for study abroad can be a complex process, but if you know the steps and what things to consider, it can be quite easy. So to tell us more about education loan specifically for New Zealand study visa, we have here with us Ms. Parvinder Kaur, who is a licensed immigration advisor. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, so is there any specific eligibility requirements for international students who want to take an education loan to fund their studies in New Zealand?
Yes, of course. If you would like to apply for New Zealand study visa, there are very specific requirements regarding the funds as set by Immigration New Zealand. Now, there are many ways the students may show that they have the required funds to support their study and cost of living, and education loan is one of them. There are certain requirements which the applicants must meet if they are taking education loan for their study in New Zealand. So the checklist of Immigration New Zealand mention the specific requirements. Like one of the requirements is that if you are an applicant from India, I would be speaking about the applicants who apply for the student visa from India. So the loan must be secured against a property. So it must be a loan against a property. Furthermore, this property must be in the name of acceptable sponsors as specified by Immigration New Zealand. Now, if you are an applicant from India, the acceptable sponsors include your parents, your maternal grandparents, your paternal grandparents, your real sibling. If you are married, then the in-laws as well as your spouse are also included into the acceptable list of sponsors. So the property against which you are securing education loan must be in the name of these people. If it is in the name of any other people, like let's say your uncle from your father's side or your uncle from your mother's side, then this won't be accepted as they are not acceptable sponsor. Secondly, there are certain things which must be mentioned in the loan letter as specified by Immigration New Zealand, like what is the rate of interest, the details of the property against which the loan has been secured, when would the repayment of the loan start. So these are few things which the applicants must take care if they are applying for the New Zealand student visa and the source of funding is education loan.
So, ma'am, those who are using an education loan to fund their studies in New Zealand, what does this education loan only need to cover a specific duration of their study, or can it be used for the full duration of the program as well?
Now, this is a very wide question. Before going for education loan and the amount required for education loan, the applicants must take care of certain things. First and foremost, they must see that what is the amount required for their studies in New Zealand. Now, this would depend on the duration of the course. As per the requirement of Immigration New Zealand, the applicants must have access to funds for the entire duration of their tuition fee as well as the cost of living. Now, what amount you require would depend on this factor. Furthermore, it would also depend whether you have got any other savings, like you may have a certain portion of savings, family savings, and there may be some shortage of the funds which applicants may get together through education loan. So there are various factors. So let's say that your course duration is for 1 year, and let's say that the fee amount is New Zealand dollars 25,000 per year. So the amount required would be tuition fee, that is 25,000 New Zealand dollars, plus the cost of living, which is 20,000 New Zealand dollars currently, and the travel expense of 2,000 New Zealand dollars. So this is the amount required. Now you may have some amount in your saving, and the rest you may gather through education loan, or you may have education loan if you do not have the required saving. So it would depend on the circumstances.
Okay, ma'am, so let's assume that the student is using the education loan to fund the whole funds that they're required to have. So, what are the different documents that they need to attach along with the education loan letter, maybe?
See, there are two things when we apply for a study visa for New Zealand based on your education loan. The first one is the amount must be as set by Immigration New Zealand. Now, let's say that you have the whole amount in form of education loan. The second thing the applicants must take care is that they attach the repayment plan. The case officer assessing your application need to be satisfied that your family is in a position of repaying the education loan. So for this you must attach your family income documents which prove your financial stability. So if you have an education loan, the family income must resonate with that amount. If you have education loan but you do not have enough evidence that your family is capable of paying back that education loan, no doubt the bank has given you against a secured property, but the immigration officer would look into the family income resources so that you can easily pay your education loan back and there would not be any financial burden. So applicants must attach their family income documents along with the education loan letter which proves that they can easily repay the loan. Now the income documents would depend on the kind of occupation your family is into, whether your family is into business or any job, a government job, or they are self-employed. So depending on the circumstances, you need to attach the documents.
Ma'am, as you mentioned, for the loan repayment, students need to attach the family income proof and documents that show that. So is that all that is needed to show that they will be able to pay back the loan?
Yes, of course, family income proofs would show that you have the financial capability to repay the education loan. As I said that family income documents would depend on the kind of occupation your parents are into. So this is the first thing. Let's say that you have got education loan of 15 lakh and both your parents are into a government job and each of them is earning about 6 lakh annually. So the combined family income is about 12 lakh. Now you have education loan of 15 lakh and a family income of 12 lakh. So you need to attach the documents showing that this income of 12 lakh is consistent in your family, and there are high chances that the case officer would be satisfied with the repayment plan. On the other hand, let's assume another scenario where you have taken education loan of 15 lakh but your family income is just 5 to 6 lakh. Now the difference 15 lakh of loan and 5 to 6 lakh of family income. So the case officer would take into various considerations like your family structure, the expenses, like after the repayment of your education loan, what would be left to take care of their other expenses. So as I said that your education loan amount must resonate with the family income so that the case officer may be satisfied with the repayment plan. So to answer your question, yes, family income proofs are the evidence which show that you can repay your loan.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure the students who are still planning on whether they can take an education loan for New Zealand study visa are able to understand the importance and how to go about this thing. So for any other further clarification, you can reach out to West Islander Immigration. Thank you.
Thank you.